Alright. Dark skies over the seas around the Solomon Islands, preventing any offensive operation, and that'll pretty well take care of my operations actions. No Japanese reaction or anything like that. Now the thing of it is, if I would have chose earlier during this to select one route and move my task force, we could have still battled it out. But like I said, I got carriers that would have been vulnerable to his battleships if he's got battleships in that strike force. I got some destroyers, which are alright, but we would have did the Rock'em Sock'em robot deal in this space, so we could be doing that. That would have been one of the options, but I wanted to stand off and not paying the consequences. So we'll go ahead and move on up to the U.S. Naval. Oh, we're already on the operations segment. We didn't do it. Now we'll do logistics. Find out what's going on with logistics. Oh, okay. Repair damaged. You got nobody damaged. Gosh darn it. Repair damage, nope. Repair damage, nope. Repair damaged. Ain't nobody damaged. As you can see, eliminated. Available and reinforcement, but it'll skip that. Alright, we'll go over here to the administrative phase and just flip everybody over that's been spotted, except the ones that are in the Imperial Japanese Navy objective spaces. Easy for me to say that time. Alright, I think that's going to be it. We will take this out of play. Let me see here. I think that's what they said with that victory marker. Oh, place the victory marker. Imperial victory is permanently out of play. Cannot re-enter. Place the victory spirit marker and the Imperial Japanese victory spirit marker are permanently out of play. Oh, here you go. I'm sorry. He's telling you what to do. You just gotta get it through your head. Here you go. I got a special spot for it. That's cool. Did I use that last time? I don't know if I did. I might have put her over there. Put her back here in the out of play. That's cool, but it does say Imperial Japanese Ops. Victory Spirit. So there you go. That's a good one. If you got damaged units and you roll the dice and meet the criteria, man, they can activate 4 routes. Right now, we're getting ready for the next Japanese offensive. It's a mini Yamamoto. It's the Fujidia offensive coming up, which is basically a Yamamoto route, or 2-route activation turn. Alright, well, the instant weather marker I think is going to be done because we're done with that turn, so we get to put him. Oh, does he go back in here? I think he does. Ain't that a bear? Alright, I think we're up to date. We're ready for the next offensive by the Japanese, and the thing of it is, on this special activation, I don't get to react. I'll have to make sure I'm doing it right. Find out what my activations are, but it says here both MO and SO routes are activated. Conduct operations for the Japanese forces, including the U.S. naval action segment, but not the Imperial Japanese Navy phase. Yep. On the MO route. Conduct operations including reaction, but not on the MO route. Okay. I'm going to have to read this real quick. I'll be right back. I did this last time. Alright, so basically they take care of their routes. We get to react on both of them, but we can't have our regular operations. After both routes have conducted their operations, conduct U.S. Navy and administration phases. So after they've both done their operations, I get to do one. All blue with mine. Then he goes out. We'll see what we can survive. I think we're pretty well beefed up here on either route. This one here is a whole bunch of land attack craft, and we have some infantry and all other stuff. And like I said, he's got to bring in infantry units, so I don't think we're under threat now. The only thing is, like I said, we got to have these Imperial Japanese Navy objective spaces at the end of the game, so these are important. Don't lose the green spots. We'll be back. Alright, during the Imperial Japanese Navy and during U.S. Navy G3 phase, which is what we're doing right now, in which you are conducting a naval operation, you must randomly pick a marker. Okay, that's pretty cool, but I'm wondering down here, just as a caveat, it says pick the marker after all task forces once during each of the above segments on the active route have moved. I haven't moved mine. Implement the results immediately and return the marker to the pool. Pick the marker after all task forces on the active route have moved. I haven't moved any. Do I get away with that? When I skip that, this could be something I'm just trying to get away from. I am, because it's a killer, but I'm wondering. Let's go back here. During in which you are conducting a naval operation, you must. We're conducting a naval operation, so I guess I must. Let's do that. I'll change that. Oh, marker. Pick the marker after all task forces on the active route have moved. You're not moving. Yeah. To determine if you must pick one incident marker. Naval operation. Oh, naval land-based operation. Okay. So maybe you wouldn't pick it if you're using a land-based operation, redeploying a task force, or rebasing. Yes, that's a negative. Big negative. Okay, so that's the way we're going to do it here from now on, people. I think last time I got away with it because I said we didn't move the task force, but here's the caveat, and that's what this right here determines. I should make a little note here. Pick marker, don't pick marker, don't pick marker, don't pick marker, okay? So if you do any of these three, you don't pick from the dreaded pool. I'm doing a naval operation, so I got to pick from the dreaded pool. We'll see if it's a good... this will almost keep you from doing a naval operation, because it could really kill you. It can really hammer you, so let's see what's up. Here we go. Pick the naval operation, will suffer the consequences. Incident weather, there you go. I can't even launch nothing. That's why I'm going to get away from that, but you can't. We'll find out what's going on here. Weather, neither side may launch any air missions during the current route this time. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, wah, wah, wah. So much for my freebie under the victory spirit. Let me see what we got left to do. We'll be right back. Alright, I think the option will be in the prudent one. Like I said, my choices are naval operation, moving my task force, land-based operation, launching land-based units, redeploying a task force, or redeploying air units. Yeah, we're going to have to do us a naval operation because they still have the, what is this? The Solomons? What route is that? Solomons. Alright, so they're currently in control here of the old... There you go. That's why I can't tell. Alright, well, we officially have it because their first carrier strike force is there, but in this new scenario, they don't get control, just don't get flipped over to this side until they bring on their ground units, and that would include invasion force. So therefore, my big decision now says this is what we're going to be using. We'll be taking care of this one with our naval operations. I want to move my forces. The only thing is, I can move. Can I move both task forces? Select the one route. Move any all U.S. naval task forces. Yeah. According to our rule, I want to get them up there in the same spot because that one task force 17 is all destroyers, and I'm beefed up. I'm ready to go. But the only thing is, let me take a break here. We got back. The only thing is, first carrier strike force. We'll go over here, give you a big zoom in on the first carrier strike force. Here's the ships that are in there. We don't know what they are, but he's beefed up too. I mean, it'd be a battle upon battle. Yeah, so we want to do that first. Let's have some fun. I mean, that's what it's about. Well, I want to win the game too, so is that prudent? But man, or here's the other option. Yeah, I don't have to get everybody over there, but man, And close range combat's a killer when you got those battleships in the same area as the carriers. Man, they can inflict some damage. Do I have any battleships in my dealing here? Here's what I'm looking at for close range combat. I got the Enterprise, Lexington. Those ABDs, they were the hoot. They're good against air units. Destroyers, real good against air, not really good against close combat. So in Task Force 16, I'm looking at that middle number. I only got one here. Now, my Task Force 17, with that, they're made for close combat, but they're just cruisers. On the other hand, I do believe Task Force 1 has battleships. They're carrier killers if you're in the same hex. So, therefore, I might, and this is really a pain in the butt, because I might launch from New Caledonia. I believe, what are my ranges here? Oh, 16 and 17. Zoom feature again. Looking underneath Enterprise and Lexington. That number down there is 2. Oh, yeah, okay. My planes just make it to the Solomons. Is that what that is? Yeah, the Solomons. So I can stand off, but I can't go after their invasion force. And luckily, the invasion force is not but transport. I'll have to see what it is, but it's underneath there. It's invasion Solomons. Look up here for invasion SO. He's got 3 ships, and I'm pretty well sure most of them are transports. So it'll be a nice target. Unfortunately, they're on range. So what we're going to have to do is launch this naval operation. I don't want to move my ships. If I move them here, well, I still can't launch because these guys aren't spotted. So there you go. That's what I made the option of using my intelligence here instead of here and spotting. So you do what you want with that decision. Alright, so we will launch from New Caledonia. That would be what we do. Now, fortunately, I'm not moving any task forces, and therefore, I might skip this, determine if you must pick one incident marker. You only pick an incident marker, I believe, if you move a task force. We're not moving it, so let's go over here. I'll let you see what the results will be. Alright, so here we go. And we're ready for our operations. Optiones. Then we have a naval operation, which is basically moving on one of these futures. Or, I don't know about that. I'll have to see. If it has to be an activated route, we have to move on. Let's see what's underneath there. If conducting land, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's random events. I'm wondering if it was going to be like the other one where it says if they don't move, you skip it, but I don't see nothing here that says skipping the operation, so we could do naval, I guess. This operation followed procedures and type of operation conducted, so it doesn't say anything about a prerequisite being that it has to be on an activated route, because there is no activated routes right now, so that was what I was kind of worried about. Alright, so we could either do a naval operation, land-based air operation, i.e. here from Port Moresby, Australia itself. No land-based units. That would not be anything we could do with the old Solomon Island route. Or another option would be launching from Midway, but 4 hex range, I think we've already did that, and that was only about a 1 squadron range. So this one here, again, not much. It's got an Aleutians base with a 1 squadron capability, and nobody's there, so it takes that option out. I think we're pretty well looking at a pre-strike with our intelligence about what's coming next. And let me look at this. Do I want to use my naval asset, my naval aircraft? Land-based operation, or, and here's another one, redeploy a task force. Oh, which one's going to go first? I'd rather check that out. They can't come all the way through here, but man, like I said in the last game, getting these. We need to get this back because the more these green boxes I got, you'll lose the game. I thought maybe it was just holding on to your home base on the last game. So, yeah, these are very important. So that might be a big option. Rebase area units. I'll come back and fill you in on my choice. All right. Found it right here underneath the scenario options. Imperial Japanese Navy variable operations. During an initial deployment, place all the operation markers face down, blah, 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 blah. We get on down here when playing with this option. Use the Fujidia operations marker, the same as Yamamoto, so it just gives me another Yamamoto chance. So I'll do Fujidia. Alright, and that means that both the MO and SO routes are activated. MO and SO, we've seen this movie before. We know all about it, so those two are going to be activated now. Let's see what else we got going on here. This game's getting kind of tough. We'll see. I think we're ready for it. We'll find out what's up. I'm glad we know what's going on here now, though. Oh, are activated. Conduct operations, including alright. Conduct operations, including, but not U.S. naval phrase, on the MO route, then the SO route. After both routes have been conducted, their operations near. Okay, we've seen how they did. So anyway, they get to do whatever they want on both of these, and then we get to react. So definite offensive for the Japanese player. Let's see here. What was I thinking about earlier? All right, we got to find out what's up because I don't think we're done yet. We just picked that as one to come. We are not done with our movements. Alright, so we just did our intelligence segment. Killer. That means we know what's coming up next. That's the whole reason behind that. I'm going to take a little break here, and we'll be back. Alright, I basically got two options. I could try to search with the, I think it is Task Force 16. Has a, what's called, let me see if I can get you in zoom here. The old AVD destroyer. Right here, where my pointer is. That gives me a little bit of a boost. That's why I put him in that task force. And he can search up to 3 spots. Now I could, I call this my offensive operation, or my offensive option. Using this intelligence action for seaplane search. That does say U.S. Navy AVD. It gives you a 3 hex range. This one here only gives you a 2 hex range, and that was not enough to spot the invasion force. As you can see, this one here is already spotted. If I wanted to really go for it, I can go for this one and launch all my planes. This is my, like I said, offensive actions. With the intelligence actions, what I've been doing though is using it for signals intelligence, and using option 2, randomly pick one operations marker so we can find out where we're coming at next. What do I want to do? I'm a defensive guy. Let them come to me, and then I'll launch my planes. I don't think I want to go after them now. I really need to see where they're coming at next. So therefore, we will be picking from the back of the cup again. This is like the 5th consecutive. In my last game, I think I've picked this option. This is a really valuable option, easy for me to say, and I've been using it almost consistently. But if there's a chance, I almost get a chance to do this, but like I said, I'm going to go defensive, so let's see where we're going. See where the Imperial Japanese Navy is going next. Come on, pick one, that's going to be it. Oh, I like the way they come out of there unseen, so we can all check out the flip together. Here we go. Imperial Japanese operation. Next turn will be on the, this is our optional one, so here you go. The old Midway Solitaire, full Monte, full rules game come into effect. Let's look here, let me see. Oh, here we go. Well, it's Yamamoto. Where's the optional guy at? Oh man, where's the optional rules? Alright, I'm just going to have to start paging on through. And we get nothing. Alright, let's see here. Who is this anyway? Fujidia. What's going on with old Fujidia? Let's check him out there. Alright, am I doing this right? Alright, I'm going to have to check something out here because old Fujidia must come into effect. Am I missing Fuji? He's not on this. Special markers. Nagomo. Moto. We'll be back. Alright then. We are on U.S. Navy's reaction segment. And with that, Victory Spirit didn't meet any of the criteria, so there were no routes that were activated. And in this U.S. Naval reaction segment, it says important if there are no activated routes, skip this segment. So we'll be skipping the U.S. Navy reaction segment. And like I said, for that Victory Spirit, there was a pretty good chance, I'd say. I don't know what the odds were, but that she can get up to 4 routes activated. That would have been a killer, but like I stated earlier, it seems to be more effective later on in the game when it's based on damaged units, I think, or destroyed units, and this is early in the game, and we don't meet that criteria. My favorite word of the day, but yeah, so anyway, let's go on. We will skip all these as the conditions state. Oh, hold on, we got a little buddy coming on down. Hello there. What you doing? Huh? You gonna lay down? Alright, I'll be in there in a little bit. Go on there, bubber. He has favorite little spot by his little daddy's chair. So anyway, where was I at there? So anyway, we're gonna skip all that. And I guess our next spot here is a G1 organization segment. So we need to take total advantage of this lull. I guess in the extreme, we would have had 4 routes activated, and like it said on that Victory Spirit, it's possible that you could be required to add 2 markers or remove 2 markers from the operations market pool. So yeah, there's all kinds of ways you could do it. I guess you could get 4, get 2, remove 2, but on this early part of the game we removed all of them. There was none to be activated. So let's go over here to the G1, and we'll go over here to the card. It tells you everything you need. Organize a task force, create a task force, recruit reinforcements. Replace naval aircraft, replace a land aircraft, replace the coastal defense. We do not have, we do have eliminated units. And also, fortunately, we have, hold on a second. Unfortunately, we should have the Yorktown at Pearl. I don't see her. Where did she go? Huh. I'll have to find out what's up here. Let me see. Did I put her already in a task force? I got 44 and 11. Oh, 11's task force. Okay, hold on a second. But she put into Pearl. I don't think I was supposed to assign her to a task force. Maybe I did. Where's 44? That's all. 44 is maxed out with 2 carriers. I see what's going on here. I gotta get myself caught up. So I already organized Yorktown. Okay, she's there. Now we can, the whole reason to get her back to Pearl Harbor is she can refit with her planes. She really wasn't damaged. But this way we can replace naval aircraft. Let's see, that is the G1 organization phase. We might as well take advantage of that now because that's what we got her all the way over there to do. Pause for a second. Alright then, replace the naval aircraft. If one carrier in the Pearl Harbor or West Coast has at least 1 assigned naval air unit in the U.S. Naval Eliminated Units display, and that is the eliminated display, those squadrons were eliminated, you may place 1 assigned naval aircraft in the carrier's CAG display at full strength. So, let me see here. That is the Yorktown, and I guess it's the CAG Carrier Air Groups display. That's what that sounds like. So let's see which ones do we want to put in there. Yeah, this one hits naval targets. You'll only get one of them. Ouch. Really? Give me some more. What is this here? You may place one assigned in the carriers at full strength. You may place one assigned. Alright, there's the max, I guess. Wow, that hurts. Let's take another turn. I guess we don't need to do anything else. We can't do anything else, so we'll move on up to the G2Vs. What we got going on here? Intelligence, yeah, now what I've been doing, watch my videos, is grabbing the marker to find out what's coming up next. Do I need to do something else? Let me look here real quick. Stratagem time. Be right back. Okay, sorry about that. One of the bad things about, good old YouTube amateur videos. We have phone calls that come on in. And I get to go out and eat. That's all. It's good when you get a call from the girlfriend saying, I'm coming on out. Or coming on over, come on out, and we're going to go get something to eat. So we got a nice little new restaurant that we're going to try. We went there one time, and the food was unbelievable, and we can't wait to go back. It's been a couple weeks, so it's about due. All right, so anyway, let's get back here to this Victory Spirit. We went ahead and did all this, rolled the dice, and there was no results from all that. I remember that. What would the results be here? Total number, blah, 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 blah. Damage to your displays. If it's less than above the total, randomly pick 2 Imperial Japanese Navy operations markers. So that's what we did on that. On this one here, it says you would have randomly picked 2 Imperial Japanese operations markers. So it would have been a total of 4, maybe. Wow. That would have been a killer. We narrowly missed that one. I do want to read this note up here, though. If I can get my... Yeah, it's hard to view both. It is possible that you could be required to add 2 markers and remove 2, from the operations marker pool. So that's a result that can happen on this game. We didn't remove any because it's still early in the game, and that's one of the things that came in advantage of this Victory Spirit point. Our Victory Spirit was that it did happen early in the game. Later on in the game, it can have a lot bigger impact, that's for sure. Alright, so we got through that unscathed, and we get the good part of the Victory Spirit, which is U.S. Naval Operations. I am going to halt here and get ready to go eat big old meatball Sammy or something. I'll tell you what, this place has got a loaded fries that are unbelievable. I think I will take a video of it. Wow. I don't know. The loaded fries is a freaking appetizer, but it's a meal. I told her, so it's either going to be loaded fries or meatball sandwich for me. But, yeah, I told her earlier, I go, we're not really do too much. We're just going to stick around the house, but it can be a good old foodie and barbecue weekend. We're back. All right, the Victory Spirit. I guess I remember doing all this. Is totaling up the number of U.S. Navy carriers and battleships and all that. We rolled our dice. Oh, hold on a second.